Welcome back, friends. Today we are going to replace the front sight on probably the most fun gun that I own, and this is my Smith & Wesson model 686. This sight here just doesn't do a whole lot for me, especially outside, so we're going to change it, and I'm going to replace it with a Dawson Precision fiber optic sight. This one right here. It already has a red insert mounted in it, but they will also send you the yellow one as well. They'll give you a couple extras, so that's really great. I've got these Dawson fiber optics on several of my guns. I really like them. This one is going to be a little more difficult to install than the other ones, but it's really not a big deal. I've seen some guys do some really stupid installs on this, and I'm going to show you how to do it the right way without messing up your gun or your sight. Now, the first thing you're going to need to do when you start this project is you want to make sure you order the correct sight, and so you're going to need your width and you're going to need your height. Once you have those two measurements, just go on their website, order that thing up, and it's going to show up in the brown truck here in about 2 or 3 days. Now, before you shut your laptop, you're going to need to order some other things too. Namely, you're going to need a 54 drill bit, number 54 drill bit, and a number 54 punch. Chances are you don't own either one of these things. Don't bother going up to Lowe's or Home Depot or Ace Hardware, because they're not going to have this. The smallest bit they're going to have is probably a 1/16 of an inch. Now, you can go on to Brownells and you can buy a number 54 punch, but it's going to cost you $18.99 plus tax plus shipping, and that's just crazy. Go to Amazon, put in the search box number 54 drill bit, and you'll get a 2-pack here for $4.99 with free 2-day shipping. The good thing about 2 of these is because you're going to need 2. Number 1, to drill your new sight. Number 2, we're going to make a punch out of the spare one by just taking your Dremel and cutting off the part you don't need, and there you have it. Nice little punch. It'll be perfect. Now, I put some tape on mine because when I throw it in my punch drawer, it's going to get lost, but this way I won't have to worry about it. What else are you going to need? Well, before you close your laptop, once again, you are going to need something to drill this thing with, because that bit is not going to chuck up in probably any drill you own. So if you own a Dremel, which you probably do if you mess around with guns, you want to order number 4485 collet nut kit. Now, what that's going to do is give you a smaller, it's going to give you 4 collets actually, and 1 nut here, so you can chuck up these real small bits like this and other small tools. Okay, now with all of that ordered, I think you can close your laptop and just wait for the truck to show up and get your stuff. Once you get it here, first thing we're going to do is we're going to punch out this little roll pin here, and it is small, so keep your eye on it. And I don't want to see you with something like this working on your guns. That's just against man law. Or something like this, a pair of vice grips. Believe me, I've seen people do this with that, and it's just I just kind of turn off the video from there because I just don't think they have any credibility at all. But we're going to take our little hammer here and our punch and punch this thing right out. Try the other side. I don't think the dogs like that very much. And it's going to come out the other side. Punch kind of stays in there. We will use these pliers to pull this out though. Okay, and there's our little pin, and we're going to put it in our magnetic bowl so we don't lose it. I've seen people grab these with pliers, put some tape over it, pair of channel locks, all sorts of stupid stuff, but that's not what you want to do. What we're going to do here is get you a non-marring surface, and I've got this block with some rubber on it, and all you're going to need to do is take your non-marring hammer like this one. This is a little dead blow hammer, or if you've got one of those little small gunsmithing plastic hammers, and we're just going to tap this out a little bit, and it's going to protrude out the end just a little bit, just like that. And when you see that, then all you have to do is turn it over and go this way. Out it comes. That's all you got to do. Then we're going to put that in our little bag here, put it in our spare gun parts box so we don't lose it. Already got one made up. Smith & Wesson 686. Now, next thing we're going to do is we're going to need to make sure that's all nice and clean. And we're going to do a little dry fit here, because this is carbon steel and it may take just a little bit of filing to get this in here. So let's just see how it goes. Now if you'll notice, this sight, it has a taller end and a shorter end. The taller end is going to go to the back. Man, that's a miracle. That thing fit in really nice. I don't think, and just gently tap. You don't want to tap on that real hard. We may get by without any filing at all. I am really surprised if that happens. And I think we are. I think it's going to work. Yep. Okay, now what I want to do next is I need to drill this hole right here with our number 54 bit. So I'm going to get my portable vise so I'll have a third hand and get that started. Okay, I got my little portable vise up here with some rubber jaws in it, and you want to make double sure there is no daylight between the sight and the barrel. I even took this piece of yellow paper to make sure I couldn't see anything there, and it looks like I'm good. And so the next thing I'm going to do is, just to make sure, I am going to gently clamp this down. I want to put some pressure on this while I'm drilling, because I don't want it walking. With that drill oscillating there, going or rotating, going round and around, there's a chance that this thing might move a little bit while we're drilling. I don't want that to happen. Move this down a little bit. We're going to put it in there right about like that. Okay. And then we're going to take our Dremel and we're going to go, and the reason I could have held my thumb down on that, I guess, and held the gun, but I want to make sure that I have two hands on this Dremel. I want to make sure that I'm getting this in at a 45-degree angle. So I want to make sure it's perfect. So everything looks pretty good. We're pretty steady. Let's go ahead and see how this works. Not going to use a lot of speed there. Yep. We may start with it in the hole. There we go. Looks like we're squared up. And we're going to go not all the way through. Well, we did. We're going to turn around and go through from the other side to make sure that the pin goes all the way through. Get it in the hole. Get everything square. Looks good. Let's go for it. Yep, straight through. Perfect. Just take your time on this. You don't really want to rush it. You only get one chance to do this right. Okay. Wipe this off a little bit. Still no daylight, that's good. Let me get my third hand out of the way. And we're back ready to go. Okay, now we're going to get our pin. Now this is really small pin, and I'm pretty sure, even though I don't have giant fingers, I'm going to need a little help to hold it in place. So I'm going to enlist the services of this hemostat just to hold it so I can get it started. Let me see if I can get this in a little closer for you. Here we go. Just going to put it right there. Oh, it's gone in nice. And then we're going to take our homemade punch here. Make sure we are flush on both sides. And we are. And there you have it, folks. Install Dawson Precision fiber optic front sight on your Smith & Wesson 686. All for $39.95. So if you're thinking about a different sight for yours, this is definitely one of the ways to go. When you get this thing outside in the daylight, I'm telling you, it lights up like the Super Bowl. It's great. So you might want to check it out. So until next time, you guys be safe, and we hope to see you out on the range. Adios.